And welcome once again to Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pollock, your host for this segment. And this segment, we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. We'll see if it works. I don't know yet because we haven't taped it. So we have with us today Michele Bowen.
Yes.
As the reason why this show is happening today. As you know, Community Viewpoint is about everything that is good about our town. And I've been trying to show for the last 18 years what is good about this town. And Michele is the recipient of some of those good things that have happened in this town, because on March 16th of this year, something very tragic happened to you and your husband, Bill. Mm-hmm. And this is where the story will start today. So what happened then?
We had a fire at our house, and it basically was a total loss. And we also lost our cat. And it devastated us. It just threw us for a loop. It was right in the middle of tax season, which I am a tax person, mm-hmm. And we lost everything.
You all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's emotional.
I know.
It's emotional.
So you weren't at home at the time?
I wasn't home. I had just gotten to my office in Vegas, and I got a call from the county sheriff. And they
really?
said, yeah,
the sheriff?
Yeah. My husband had lost his phone in the fire, so
he let you know your husband was all right, though, right?
Yes,
okay.
yes. And he said, "Come home right away. There's been a fire." So I did, and I couldn't even imagine what could have
started.
Yeah. Well, you just don't think that's going to happen to you.
This is true. This is very true. We try to do as much as we can to keep the fires from happening, but they can happen at any place and time, mm-hmm. In our homes and in our vehicles too. So your husband is okay then?
He is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So who would you have in the house that day? You had the sheriff, you had the fire department, you had emergency management.
Mm-hmm. Yep, EMTs. Yep, there's several fire trucks apparently. It was all gone by the time I got back though. So yeah, they had put it out. And everybody was gone. There was no one there. I got back about 11. So
at night?
No, in the morning.
Okay, so it was still light out.
Oh yeah. Oh, I had just gotten to my office about 10 o'clock. So
okay.
Yeah.
So what was your plan that day?
Oh my goodness. I don't even know what we. Well, we buried the cat. That's what we did that day.
First things first.
Mm-hmm,
that's true.
Mm-hmm. That was really and then the next day we went to Goodwill and got some clothes. That's what we did.
So everything was gone.
Yes.
Okay, you had a vehicle.
Yeah, we have our vehicles. They're okay. Yeah, and we had a casita in the back of the property that we stayed on the floor that night. So
okay. So you're able to stay in those right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so luckily you have that, and you have power there.
We didn't. No, there was no power for almost 7 days because they shut the power down from the line.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's been reestablished?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're starting from almost scratch.
Absolutely.
So is this like an acre or?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is back down by Kellogg?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Correct, on Homestead and Kellogg, yeah.
Okay. So you're going to stay there and reestablish yourself there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where we were planning on staying. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, more power to you.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful place.
So I remember a little bit about this, reading about it. I didn't get involved with it until later, and then we'll find out a little bit about that in the coming minutes. And did you want to talk about anything else while we're here about the feelings? You were quite a basket case on the way home.
I was pretty much a basket case. I was in shock for the first 4 or 5 days. Just really, just not. It was surreal, really surreal.
I can understand that.
And people have been very, very compassionate. That is the one thing that I have to say I've felt from the moment that this happened. Anybody I've come in contact with has been so compassionate, and I feel their concern, their love, and that's been so helpful.
All right, we're going to be talking to other people that have been involved with your situation here, and the good-hearted people of our town, and doing different things. And then I've been involved with this too, and so let's come back with another person, and then we'll be talking to them also.
Thank you.
So I appreciate you stopping by, and if you sit there to the side, you could tell us if anything has to be said too.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. And welcome back. In the next segment here, I'm John Pollock again. It's still the same show. We have with us Carolene Lowgue. I'll never get it right. But anyway, where did I meet you? Something in the back of my mind says, oh, wait, you on something called a town board?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God.
Years ago.
We try to forget those?
Yes.
Yes. How far back was that?
2010. 2010, I'm sorry, 2010, I guess is the better way to put it.
Okay, it wasn't that bad then. I thought it was farther back. But anyway, you contacted me because we've made contact recently with a group called the Prickly Pears. I was going to say parsley pears. But anyway, they do a lot of environmental work. They are in an independent thinking group of people in this town, which is very commendable. But anyway, she contacted me and told me about the situation. Where did you come in with this? You live close to where these people are?
Well, I had the good fortune to know Michelle's mother.
Oh, okay.
Through the organization that you're speaking of. She's in Las Vegas in another similar organization, and she sent out a mass email.
Oh, okay.
After the fire, asking people to keep Michelle and Bill in their thoughts and prayers, and also if there's any way they could help out. Michelle didn't know what she needed as far as help goes, but in recognition of mothers and having Mother's Day weekend coming up, all mothers care about their children, no matter what their ages are. And when something like this happens, they jump to immediate action to try to see what can be done to help. And so with the email, a lot of people started wanting to help and wanting to give whatever compassion and caring and items, whatever it was that Michelle and Bill might need. With that, I got a part of that email notice and said, well, Michelle and Bill live just down the road from where I live, and perhaps there's something I can do. And so Eva said, well, let me just let Michelle know that you're close by and maybe there is something. I said they could even come and stay at my house if they wanted. I had extra bedrooms. Well, I had the opportunity to meet Michelle and Bill, and they wanted to stay on the property, as she said, but when I heard of the devastation that happened, I felt that they also needed to heal as far as the trauma of it, but they also needed to start thinking about what could be done in the future. And I've been a volunteer all my life, practically.
You have that sickness too, like
yes.
I do, yeah.
Regretfully, it does keep you going.
Yeah.
But the knowledge that there were lots of people out there wanting to help was something that you just can't forget about. You can't bypass it, and you certainly want those people to know that their caring and love and appreciation for somebody that is in need is received. So I did have some conversations with Michelle and Bill and said to them, it's difficult oftentimes to accept kindness and compassion. We want so much to be independent. as individuals, that accepting help is oftentimes something that does make them feel uncomfortable, the recipients feel uncomfortable. But the people giving feel so good when it happens that you shouldn't deny them that feeling of kindness and goodness that comes from giving to others. So with that, we kind of set a date and said maybe there is some thing that can be done in the future after Michele gets done with tax season, and they could have some kind of, something like a barn raising. Remember the old West, and you raised barns when they caught on fire, or a family didn't have one? Well, that's what a community can do. They can come and raise a barn or take care of something that was disastrous in very short notice, whereas if you try to do it on your own, it's going to take a lot more time.
Yes, I love surrounding myself with people like that too. And luckily, the circles that I hang around with, I can find those people too, whether it be here or, yes, believe it or not, Burning Man and things like that. Grateful Dead, Deadheads are like that also. You'll find them in all different types of subcultures, and I gravitate towards those also. So I'm very thankful for that. So, go on. I'm sorry.
Well, you're talking about Burning Man, and a lot of what I conceptualize as community building is exactly the creed that occurs at Burning Man.
Yes.
It's a togetherness of actions that each person does individually. They don't need direction, they just need to know they have a purpose and it's going to be appreciated.
Thank God I get to go again this fall. But anyway, so what's the next step that you had to do?
Regretfully, I had to go to California. I have a friend that is fighting her battle with cancer, and Michele's mother, as all mothers do, stepped right in and started getting friends, relatives, neighbors together in order to get a crew to come on the designated day.
Okay, we'll come back to the next segment with this. And welcome once again back. Welcome back to Community Viewpoint. I'm here with Carolene, and we were talking about groups that we belong to, we associate ourselves with, and you were going to make a connection to help Michele and her husband, but you had to go to California. Someone was sick with the cancer, and I think this was during the time for the Earth Day event, the debacle. The weather was so miserable. But anyway, we were going to connect with the Pahrump Valley Disposal Joe Sanitation people to see if we can get some donations from them. And then after that, it left. After you left and came back, and then I came back from another regional Burning Man event. But I contacted with them, and Mike and his wife Elena Smith, who take care of that part of the Pahrump Valley Disposal, donated a 30-yard roll-off dumpster for a cleanup on a Saturday, I believe it was. They said they were going to drop it off on Friday and pick it up on Monday. Well, that sure didn't work, because in the morning of the Saturday that they dropped, or the Friday they dropped it off, the Saturday, they had filled it up within a matter of hours. So what we did, I called them, and they went out of their way to donate another container, which is so very much like them. They do so much for the community that people don't hear about, donating back to the community. So they were able to fill that, and they were looking for more, but they didn't have any more operators for the 8-hour shift. So anyway, anything else happened?
Well, certainly the people started showing up, and that's why the dumpsters got filled.
Oh my God, yes, yeah.
People came from all different groups. They came off of next door that posted a call for help from the community.
That's a YouTube, or that's a Facebook?
It's an app that you can download and join to find out what's going on in your neighborhood.
Okay. And then there was the Cleanup Pahrump group, and there was just neighbors.
Yes.
And everybody just got together, and then it was like the Amish do on the east, and eastern part of the United States. It's a close-knit family. And then
of perfect strangers in lots of cases.
Oh, sweet. Yes.
People that came with a group notice met other people that came through just a notice that someone needed help and kindness. So they showed up and started working immediately. People came with food. Eva, who is Michelle's mom, got a group of women and men together to help put drinks and food out there for the workers. And they were kindness all over the place. Kindness is something that is universal, and we all should appreciate when it happens. That I was not able to meet a lot of the people, but one person I did meet who's here is a gentleman named Cary Grant, and that is his name, and he is a gentleman. And I think you're going to really enjoy listening and hearing what really happened that day to make the difference between a disaster and a future. And that's what Michele and Bill will have eventually, is a future to look forward to.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your input, and I appreciate it. Thank you for the connection you made with me. And let's get to the next gentleman, and we'll go to the next segment now. And welcome back. This is John Pollock, and I'm with Cary Grant. Cary, tell us how you became involved with this situation with the house burning down and the people coming together. Who did you bring together besides yourself?
I heard about it through Mrs. Love. I've known her like 20 years, and it was her daughter's home. And I live in Vegas, and I do a considerable amount of community service work.
Another one.
And there's something to it. There's something about being of contribution and having something bigger than whatever's going on in my own life, where I can give some hours and make a massive difference, and have those hours add up to thousands of hours to the recipient.
Excellent.
And so I'm used to being in the lead when it comes to community service projects. So Eva kind of contacted me for one to just come, and then also if I would take the helm of Ground Zero, that would be greatly appreciated by her. And I was like, gotcha.
Okay.
And I came out and did that. Yeah.
And then, so what was your part in that, getting the groups together to make this happen?
No, the volunteers showed up based on a network of people that were involved. A few we've already heard from, and then I actually brought some people too. My wife came out and gave me a hand. Her name is Patience, so she was there all day helping me out. And for me, no, my part in it was I went in the day before to the house and just figured out what the plan was, so that when teams got together, there was a guidance, there was a plan, there was a what's first, what's second, what's last, what shouldn't be done here that's going to get redone if this doesn't happen first. So I went in Friday and got a little bit of the recon, and actually met Michele that day. And then we came in at 6 a.m. the next morning and got after it.
You came in from Vegas?
I did, yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. Then you spent the whole day out here then?
Yes, sir, I did. I actually spent the weekend. My mother-in-law lives here.
Okay.
And so we actually left my son with my mother-in-law through the week, and we came back in this weekend. We're going to go to the monster truck thing tomorrow night, and then go back to the community service project Saturday again.
And then you have a group that's coming out there that you know that's coming out there?
We do. We're always looking for more. This time the work is going to be time consuming. This time we're going to actually be taking out all of the sheetrock, right? So last time what it was is, imagine if your home burnt, but the walls were still there.
Yeah.
And you walked in and everything that you owned had ash on it.
Oh, okay.
And in 6 hours, I watched 30 people come together, and it was a symphony of synergy, and got everything out into 2 dumpsters, everything, and including cleaning up the floor so they could walk around not in the ash. And that's what got done last Saturday. This Saturday is getting them where they can go and actually understand what's happening behind the sheetrock. So the sheetrock's got to come out in the ceiling and in the walls. And then the installation's got to come out so that they can see what happened to the plumbing, what happened to the electrical
wire. Yeah.
Right. And so once this Saturday's done, I think we're doing it from 7 a.m. to 2. Once that's done, then they can make a plan.
Okay.
Until then, there's more to do. And we're going to do that again this Saturday and see what we can provide again.
I appreciate what you're doing also. Now in the future, there's are we calling out other people also? There's talking, Michelle's in the corner over there. You have plenty of work to do for the coming weeks too?
Yeah.
So the folks, if you're at, do you want to give out the address? 3131 East Kellogg Road. You can't miss it, right?
There's actually a Facebook page that talks about the upcoming
you were talking about there's a GoFundMe?
There's a GoFundMe, because a lot of times people aren't so much up for the labor part of it,
Yes.
but they're up for, I'll go get her new sheets. I'll go get her a TV, because everything is gone. And so they'll GoFundMe, or they can come out and do physical work. The Facebook page is...
You'll be able to go on Facebook on top where it has the bar up there. You'll be able to find that, just like with the GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm. What the dates are, they're coming, the needs, the tools for this Saturday, what time it is.
And bring plenty of water. And do you have that?
Mm-hmm. All the masks, yeah.
Okay.
Food, water. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, excellent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this weekend's going to be crowbars, hammers, drills, shovels, and wheelbarrows and brooms. Okay. There's probably some other ones, but those are the big ones.
Okay, so this is Community Viewpoint, folks, showing you the good of the people in town, and this is the crux of it. These type of people that live here or in Vegas and have a connection here. Mm-hmm. This brings them out of the not out of the woodwork, but anyway, it brings them together. Like I've been involved with the Cleanup Pahrump and different other groups throughout my life here. Too many groups throughout my life, but anyway, it's a way of life. Like Carolene was saying also.
Well, it's like what you were saying. I think you said you've been doing this for 18 years. This show, is that right?
Yeah.
It's about building community. Mm. This is an opportunity to do just that.
Yes. And if I didn't like what I was doing, mm-hmm. I wouldn't be doing that. And the technician is smiling behind the glass. But anyway, any final words?
No, sir. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody Saturday around 7 a.m.
7 a.m. That's a good time to start. Yeah. The sun's up after 5:30, mm-hmm. 6 o'clock now. The weather should be nice and cool at that time in the morning because it's going to be warm in the afternoons now. So wear hats, the older people like myself, so you don't have melanoma, so you don't have to go to the dermatologist later. So please, I know that because I've had a lot of stuff cut out in my older age out here. So please dress accordingly. They will supply all the safety equipment, all the water and things that you would need. So I thank you so much for stopping by.
Yes, sir.
Carolene, Michelle, and we thank you for watching me for the last 18 years, struggle on here and watch my hairline recede. I still have some, but anyway. And we hope to see you in another week. And thank God for these people. And thank you for watching. And I know you're watching because I see you. We see you. We have ways of seeing you. So we'll see you next week. Bye.